This is Poslink Listen, Living Positive Victoria's podcast by and about people living with HIV. For more information about the programs and services that LPV offers, please visit our website at livingpositivevictoria.org.au. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter or X.
Hello, my name is Bo Newan from Living Positive Victoria, and welcome back to Viral Stories, the podcast for our HIV positive storytelling night. This episode was recorded on the unceded lands of the Kulin Nation. Viral Stories is Australia's first ever storytelling night centering people with HIV. A content warning for today's story as it contains explicit language. Today's story is by Paul Kidd. Paul has been living with HIV for more than 30 years. He is a former president of Living Positive Victoria and the current vice president of Fawn Harbour Health. He is a criminal defence lawyer who is passionate about HIV decriminalisation, queer and trans community activism, social justice, and the Eurovision Song Contest. Enjoy Paul's story.
Gary, I promise I won't make any jokes about your last name. About 25 years ago, in the late 1990s, I gave my virus a name. I'd been living with HIV at that point for the best part of 10 years, and I figured she wasn't going anywhere. I decided she was a female. So I gave her a name. On a post on my website at the time, I introduced her to the world. My girlfriend, by which I meant my fag hag, Iris the Virus. And tonight's her birthday. Happy birthday, Iris, you old slag. Haha, just kidding. You know I love you, girl. But hey, look at you in your birthday dress and makeup 30-something years on. Who knew that either of us would still be here today and make it so far? Who thought that we'd still be together after all this time? I guess it's true what everyone always says. We're inseparable. Ever since you integrated yourself uninvited into my DNA, we've been stuck together. I'm a fag and you're my hag. I remember the day we met in that wild spring of 1991. You just arrived out of nowhere. Chris, the nice young doctor, introduced us. Paul, this is your new friend Iris. You're going to be spending a lot of time together. And he was right. It feels like we've never spent a day apart. In retrospect, it was kind of weird that we'd never actually met. We moved in the same social circles, and you already knew a lot of my friends. And let's be real, most of my fuck buddies. Everyone was talking about you back then. They said, watch out for Iris, she's bad news. But as soon as we met, I knew we were always destined to be together. Remember all the drugs we used to do? So crazy. It was the 90s and everyone was experimenting. MDA, AZT, LSD, DDC, DDI, 3TC. We took every designer drug that came along. We were dropping ecstasy and doing ephedrins in the cubicles together every chance we got. Some of that shit was toxic as hell, but hey, it kept us going, it kept us dancing. And you know, Iris, I love to dance with you. I can't count the number of times I woke up feeling absolutely trash from all the chemicals we were putting into our bodies. But I didn't care. I wanted to keep partying, and I wanted to keep dancing. And when one drug fell out of fashion, it was never long before you came along with something new. And that was all the rage. Iris, as much as I hate you, just kidding, Iris, you know I love you, girl. You introduced me to some amazing people. You knew all the coolest people, the fags making art and music, the kooky queers, the dykes at the subculture parties, the ones marching in the streets, and the sexy guys who danced and fucked at Phoenix, in the Dome, at the Shift. You introduced me to them all. And you were pretty sexy back then too. Everybody had heard about you. We knew your reputation. but we danced with you all the same. You were scary and risky and dangerous. It's always such a sexy combination. And girl, you rocked it. You've always been such an impressive bitch. You know how to party hard. I never knew if you were going to wipe me out, but I just could never get rid of you. But you also gave me power. You helped me stand out from the crowd. You gave me strength. Remember that boy in the Oxford? He was so keen to come home with me. I'm a friend of Iris's, I said, and I only have sex with friends of Iris's. And he looked so sad when he admitted that he hadn't met you. And then somehow you whispered in my ear, say it. Say the words. And I said the words. It's okay. I'll wait. More often it went the other way. Lots of folks in your crowd were ashamed of being friends with you. They kept their friendship a secret. Your reputation was so toxic, it took a lot of courage to come out as your friend. But I'm glad that I did when I did. Because every party I went to, you were there. Every meeting, every rally, every goddamn placard-making workshop, you were there. You were splashed over the social pages every week, and you were on the lips of every queer boy and dyke in town. Everyone was talking about you, Iris. It was the 90s. The whole city was your home. You had 1 million couches to sleep on. And we were out there together every weekend. Some of my friends said they didn't trust you, and yeah, you came between me and a few guys I liked. Classic fag hag. But you were with me. You were with me at all the funerals. You were with me sitting on the damp grass in the domain with 3,000 other members of our community weeping with grief as they read out every single name. A few of those names were friends of mine, but all of them were friends of yours. You pissed me off, you meddled in my sex life, and you know I've told you more than once I wish we'd never met. But you are my forever girlfriend, and we are good together. And that's why I gave you that name. That's why I had to give you a name. Iris, I never thought we'd grow old. I thought we'd go out in a blaze of glory. Live fast, die young. But here we are. I'm an old homo now, and you're still my dancing partner. You may be a haggard old crone. Just kidding, girl. You know I love you. But we're still going strong. You know I fucking love you. I wouldn't be the same without you. Happy birthday, Iris. Let's dance.
Viral Stories was made possible with the support of the City of Melbourne Connected Communities Grant. Viral Stories is hosted by Living Positive Victoria, who have been representing people with HIV in Victoria since 1988.
That was the final viral story for this series. We'll be back soon with more stories by and about people living with HIV. Remember to subscribe to stay up to date. And for more information, please visit livingpositivevictoria.org.au.